job. Let's have a pre-victory celebration.
Yo, what's up, guys? We're back with another episode. I think we're on episode 5 right now. I'm gonna be by myself again today. You know, I like doing more of episodes where I'm just by myself. I guess I could just get to, like, you know, talk and shit like that. And you guys have to listen to my rambling. But yeah, no, it's just gonna be by myself. Yeah. I had no idea what to do for this episode, so I was like, maybe I'll talk about some stories from my previous jobs. I guess you can, yeah, jobs. I've only had like 2, but I mean, I guess I'm technically still employed right now, but like I'm not actually going to work because, you know, quarantine, and like, you know, I'm not trying to go, but yeah, no, that's just not going to work at all. But what's it called? Yeah, my first job, I was actually, I think it was right out of senior year. I just graduated high school. Was it college? Yeah, I was out of high school. It was that summer, the 2 months, or was it like 2.5 months? Because, you know, senior year, you freaking get out early. Ain't nobody coming for the last few months. Just to leave, you come back for graduation, and you just dip out after that. You never come back. But it was like 2.5 months. I needed a job, and I applied. I think I applied to other places, but like this was like the fastest job I could get, right? Like, all I had to do was talk to my dad, right? So like, it was, I don't know if I said it, I probably forgot to say it, was at a construction company that my dad works at. Yeah, he works there. He manages all like the supplies and shit like that, you know, for all the jobs. Like, so it was like a straight up construction company, right? Like, you know, you don't just like, not like you go and fix shit. No, you gotta wear all the shit, you know, the hard hat, the glasses. Sometimes you gotta wear earplugs if they're using heavy machinery. But thing is, we weren't like a big scale company. We mostly worked on smaller buildings. Like, we didn't make like skyscrapers and shit. It was mostly like very small companies that, like, I love how my headphones like to die out. It doesn't matter. I'm not listening to anything. Yeah, no. For some reason, it was a lot of country clubs. There was some schools. There was one juvie, like that one wasn't so bad. But oh yeah, no, I think I could. Okay, yeah. Because I was thinking, like, I don't know how much content I can make out of this, but I can I just realized there's a lot more stories. I was like, oh, maybe do I have to talk about like my second job, like the one I have right now? Because there's some shit with there is some shit with that, but like it's not even that bad. It's mostly just me complaining about my freaking coworkers. Yeah, no, okay, so yeah, okay, so I applied. I don't even apply. I just tell my dad, like, oh, yo, like, I don't, just, you know, let me get a job, you know. And he's like, okay, I'll go talk to my boss and shit. I get it. All I gotta do is drive down there and talk to the dude that manages all the labor and people, stuff like that. So I was just like a bottom of the barrel, just a laborer. Like, all I do is go to any site. First, my dad told me I only work Monday, Wednesday, Friday. No. This was a full 5 times a week, sometimes Saturday if they were really busy, because we don't have that many people. So sometimes we work on Saturday. It was 5 days a week. I had to be there 7 in the morning and get to leave at 3:30. We get one short 15-minute break and then one 30-minute break. This is the worst job. One of the worst jobs you can ask for. I mean, right off the bat, I'm only getting paid like $12 an hour. That's pretty good, right? Like, I'm making a good amount of money. But like I cannot stress enough. I come home tired as hell. Like you gotta like, especially when you have to go really far away in the morning, you gotta wake up 2 hours early. You gotta wake up at 5 a.m. That's not it. No, don't ever, just don't. Gotta be there at 7. Like it hurts. Like you're gonna be cleaning and sweeping, and sometimes you gotta be like actually doing proper construction work. It's a lot of lifting and shit like that. So your knees are gonna be out, shoulders and your back are gonna be in pain. Like, no, it's this shit. Oh my god, I'm remembering even more stuff now. So first thing first, my first impressions of this, the first dude, of this dude that basically hires me, right? I guess. So he was fun, right? I thought he was pretty chill. The thing is that everyone knows me automatically because they know my dad. Like my dad talks to every single person, like nobody, every single person in the company, even the people who just like do random shit. Like everyone knows my dad, right? So soon as they hear my name, like, oh yeah, you're his son, right? I'm like, yeah, and they're like, oh yeah, like they just start telling me everything, bro. Like, so I don't even know if I'm favored or if I'm just like, I feel like that could be worse. Even like it could be a bad situation because they can just tell my dad if I'm doing bad. But I was a good worker. I don't care what anybody says. I mean, most people said I was a good worker. Okay, it was just freaking our boss. Okay, so the first thing we had to do is training, right? So this was 2 days. I think about 10 hours in total. We were getting paid for this though. It was me and all the other. Well, first thing I did was I actually went to one job site, but all I did there was sweep, so I didn't have to do anything. Like I just swept the area and I stayed there for a little bit. But then came actual training and shit. So 10 hours training, we got paid. All I had to do was drive down to my dad's work, like just to the office, which is like 10 minutes away from here, my house. Just sit in a conference room with like other people who are also in training, and then just we had to listen to like the person hiring us, the freaking just sit there and just go through PowerPoints. And then you can imagine just sitting, it's like basically like a college class. We ask this question sometimes too, and he's just asking us like, he's just explaining to us random shit about construction. It is like safety issues and like what do you have to do, like, protective gear, and like, oh my god, I'm telling you, it was so boring, so damn boring. Oh my god, I hated it so much. But like the first thing that happened that I had a problem with, so I think the second day, right, we were finished. We finished, we got lunch for us. But thing is, I had to leave. Right? But I wasn't leaving. I wasn't technically leaving early. It was just, we already finished, but he wanted to do something extra. So we finished the PowerPoint. We finished all 10 hours. He said by the, like in a few, like in like a week or something, we'll have like our cards saying that we got 10-hour training and said we're good for construction and shit like that, right? But like, so we finished. Those 10 hours are gone. I had to leave because it was the end of the school year at the time, so I had to go down to my brother's. I had to go to my high school, but like I had all my shit, but I had to go down for my brother specifically to get his stuff. So there was a specific time we had to go because that's like, and I was going late anyway. I mean, I was going like close to the time like they were gonna close, so I had to leave. And he's like, and the thing is, nobody else could do it because my parents were in the country at the time, right? So just me and my brother, just sitting at home. So like, I can't do anything. There's nothing else I can do. I have to actually go down to the place, to school. But we finished already, right? We finished all the training. But what he wanted to do was he wanted to do extra training. He wanted I forgot what it's called, but it's a specific nail gun, right? It's not just the nail gun that just like has like the tiny bolts in it. It's the one that like specifically for, I think it's powerful enough to go through concrete, right? It's a big old nails. So like if you shoot it through like any small scale wood or anything like that, it'll fly right through. right? Like, there's been times where, like, I think he even explained that, like, somebody like got popped right in the head because it went straight. I think it went straight through a piece of wood and boom, hit him. The thing is with this gun, I think I've used it later on. The thing is, it's not even that, like, I think I used it, or it's not even that. It's like you have to basically push it. There's like a lock on it, right? You got to push it down, like, onto something before it can actually shoot. But yeah, he wanted us to do that. But like the way they were explaining it, low-key made me scared. So I was like, I don't really care about doing this training, right? Because he was talking about, like, you could die if you use it wrong, right? But I had to leave anyway, right? So that was kind of like my excuse to leave. But then he got pissed off at me, like, oh, you're leaving early and stuff like that. I mean, I can't do anything. I have to actually go do something, and we're done with training. We're done with the training already. So he was already pissed off. Also, this thing is not loud at all, but for some reason, like, it's not super loud, but it's loud enough that it could startle somebody. So every single time anybody shoots it, they have to say, like, fire in the hole or something like that. They have to say something. So it's the funniest thing. Randomly you're working, here's fire in the hole, and then you just hear that. But it's not even that loud, so I don't know. Anyway, so then I was already, like, I guess I could say friends. I don't care. He was funny, dude. This our one coworker. I'm not gonna say his name just because. I doubt he even listens to this in the first place. He doesn't even have me on Instagram. But what's it called? He told me later on that he was talking after I left. That the manager, the hiring manager, was talking mad shit about me for no reason. He was telling him, like, oh, I can't believe this dude left. He's never going to be able to do this job properly. I bet you he's going to quit within 2 weeks. Like, he was talking mad shit. The thing is, this was totally, like, unprecedented. Like, there was, like, okay, I don't even think that's definitely not the right word. Like, there was no reason for this. All I did was leave early after we finished training to go pick up freaking my brother's report card. Like, that's it. And I have no idea why he was pissed off at me. But anything for him to even start, like, saying shit about me. So the first job that he gave me, like, the first thing, me and also the dude that told me what he was saying, he was also coming with me. We had to go to that we had to go to that juvie that like, yeah, we had to go to that juvie. We were working over there on a random building. We had to go up to the attic and, like, clean up, like, raccoon shit. Like, it sounds terrible, like, right? It sounds like it's gonna be gross as hell. It wasn't so bad, only because we had, like, full on, like, hazmat suits on and, like, full, like, masks. We had, like, gloves, rubber boots. We had everything. So, like, it wasn't, like, it honestly wasn't that bad as much that he was saying. So that was fine. But yeah, I can honestly say that I've cleaned up, like, rat shit or raccoon shit. Like, it's not a story you obviously want to be able to tell people, but, I can. So, joke's on you. Yeah, obviously I have a bad impression of this freaking manager because he's already talking shit, even though I haven't done anything yet. I don't know why that's just a thing with white people. It's just a thing with white people just to start talking shit about somebody, even though they haven't done anything. Like, are white people just, like, constantly just angry at people? It's just the thing. It's always white people. Like, they just decide to get pissed off for no goddamn reason. I'm remembering more stories about just what annoying ass white people. Yes, every single person has gotten pissed off at me in this entire thing is white. They're all white. I guess then, okay, now, for some reason, we work at a buttload of country clubs, right? Like, a shitload of country clubs. Like, myself, sadly enough, I can say that I've been to at least 5 country clubs. And it's not fun. Country clubs are not fun unless you're white. Like, that's literally it. Unless you're rich and you're white and you're a dude, then country clubs are fun for you. You get to ride around in your golf cart. You get to have a little lackey follow behind you, with your freaking stick so you can go hit some balls around, right? I don't know what's up with white people and just hitting balls around. Like, this is all they like to fucking do. Okay, yeah. So this job, Luke, oh my God, okay. So this was you probably know where it is. It's called the Upper Montclair Country Club, but it's not even in Montclair. It's in Clifton, but it's on the edge of Clifton and Montclair. If you're from New Jersey. Okay, yeah, this place on first sight it looks pretty nice, right? You know, we had to when we entered we had to go through a gate. You know, we had to go through like one of those lock gates, but I had to wait because there's no person there. You had to use a card, but I had to wait for my boss to actually come. I'm pretty sure the first time my boss was late by like an hour or something. The first day I had to go, I was super confused because I was trying to text him and call him, he wouldn't pick up. So I was like, okay, should I just sit outside the gate or whatever? I was like, that's okay. I guess that's what I have to do with my car. Get here, and we're mostly working on. This is when the job has been. There's like barely anything has even happened. Like when we're here, like nothing has. There's like it's just the beginning of the job. Barely anything has been done, right? There's like this building that they want to take down and they want to make a new one. And on the outside, there's on the opposite side of it. Oh, there's like, it's like, oh yeah, on the opposite side of it, there's like, I guess like a patio. The patio goes around like an L. So if you imagine the building, like a top down view, you have building in the middle. On the left side of it, there's kind of like there's a brick patio that extends from the left into the back area, right? So a L-shaped patio on two sides of the building. On the backs of the building, there's like a bar and, you know, stuff like that. White people stuff, you know? So the only thing that we'd done was on the left side of the building. So we've taken off like the pavers. That's just like the bricks that you put in the ground. Like if you see like a brick path, that's basically it. So the bricks in the ground, they call them pavers for some goddamn reason. So all day, what we had to do was we had to sit. Imagine almost 7 hours of working. Right, we worked over like six. From 7 to 3:30. How much is that? 3.5, no, 8 and wow, I said 3, 8.5 hours. Yeah, I guess 8.5 hours. But you only work for like 7 hours and 45 minutes almost. Yeah, okay, whatever. Regardless, you work for almost 7 to 8 hours, and all we're doing is picking up bricks off the goddamn ground. We're picking up freaking bricks off the ground. It is summer, okay? We are outside. It is hot as hell every single goddamn day. Like, it's making me warm up right now just freaking thinking about it. It was that freaking bad. It was just, you can hit 80, 90 degrees outside, and we're sitting there. We had to wear proper gear because you can't wear shorts or anything. You got to wear straight up boots. You know, I got the black Tims on. You know, black Tim beat. Got the freaking toe jeans. This shit was a regular t-shirt, but we had to wear helmets, gloves. Like it was bad. It was hot out there, bro. I'm telling you. Like, I'm already brown enough. Like, I became even darker. Like, it was like I was sitting out there for way too long. Just sitting on the ground. There's literally nothing you can do. Bending over and picking up bricks is not like, I'm telling you, that's like probably the most annoying thing you could possibly do. Like, so we decided to just sit, you know, crisscross applesauce style, pick up the brick and just chuck it. We had to chuck it into like a big old like dumpster. Holy crap. Like, we just started playing games. Like, we would like, there would be one of us, like, cause they're stuck into the ground. One of us would be just hitting it with a hammer and picking it up so it can get like unstuck from like the gravel and sand and shit. And then another one of us would be throwing it as close as possible to the dumpster. Another one would be by the dumpster, picking it up and throwing it inside. Like, we were like we were trying to go like obviously you want to go fast and do your work properly. But the thing is, since we're out here sitting outside in the sun, if we work too hard, we're gonna be too tired to do anything later on. And like the manager, the supervisor over there was like, take as many breaks as you want, right? Like it's super hot outside. You don't want to freaking like die out here, freaking all that heat. There's nothing we could do. And thank God this was the one place that provided us with water, and they had like a little cooler outside. We could just take it. We just take one and leave. But this is where the bad part comes. So the club had like this like actual owner, right? But we barely ever saw him. White people, they don't like to do work. They don't like to do work. They like to outsource their work for them. That's usually what happens. So the owner is never actually there, right? But there's this one dude. I'm guessing he's right under the owner. He gets like some manager or something. He's the one that's always there. He's this bald dude who wears suits and he doesn't wear socks at all. That's this one defining feature about him. He just doesn't like to wear socks, no matter what shoes he wears. He just doesn't like wearing socks, and that's nasty as fuck. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. That is nasty. All right, not wearing socks. No, your feet are gonna smell just terrible. Get no show socks if you're doing it for the look, but like nothing at all. That's nasty. You know how sweaty and smelly your feet gonna be? Ew, bro. This bald dude, right? So obviously we're not gonna take our breaks inside, right? So the first thing we used to do was that there was a bar still outside, right? So thing is, nobody's actually supposed to be serving anything at the bar. Their bar is gonna be like, we're gonna destroy the bar anyway at some point, right? We're gonna break it down. But they had stools there, so we decided just to sit there on the stools for our break, because like there's nowhere else to go. It's kind of awkward to go sit inside the building. I mean, it does have AC, but it's kind of awkward to sit in there because we're just like we're so out of place. People like, we got hard hats on, we got freaking like neon colored like sweatshirts, shirts, we got freaking dirty boots on. Like we do not look like we're meant to be there. All right, basically we're not white. Okay, me and my other coworker, we're both Asian. It's like different types of Asian, but like we're definitely not meant to be there. Okay, we're not white enough. Okay, we're not paper colored. Okay, so but the thing with sitting at the bar was my coworker could sit there because he was over 21. He was already like third or fourth year into college, but I'm still like 17. So I wasn't supposed to sit at the bar because but it's a bar, so there's alcohol. I can't sit there. So there is already a problem with that. But the thing is, I'm not drinking anything, and you already know I'm 17, so you don't have to even if I ask for anything, just don't serve me. Like, I don't understand. It's not that difficult. I don't know why you have to make such a big deal out of me just sitting on a stool, but white people have a problem with anything. Like, what is this? Let me sit on my goddamn chair, all right? So that was already one problem, right? So then we decided, okay, we can't stay here. So then we were sitting, there was this tent. There was this random big old tent. I think that was supposed to be for like, bigger gatherings, because outside it had a bunch of tables and bunch of tables and chairs, and it was a huge tent, right? I think like probably one of those things you see at weddings, like outdoor weddings. So even us sitting there was a problem, because one of their like, even we just couldn't sit there because it was just kind of like out of place, and I think they wanted to get rid of it, and also they just white people stuff. They basically they literally said that they don't want us like they don't want to destroy the image of the what's it called, the country club, right? So it's like they don't want like their, I guess, I don't know if you can call them members. That's what they call them. They don't want their members coming around and seeing random kids. They don't want to see construction workers. You know what I mean? Because apparently it's so bad. They don't want to see us blue collar workers. So they're like, oh my God, you can't sit there. Please don't. So we couldn't sit there anymore. So then there was only one place we could go. There is inside, since the buildings are already going to be taken down, right? There's this one area that we're going to be taking down first. It's going to be the first part of the building to be demolished, right? So all the tables and chairs have been taken out of that place, right? Or we've told, like, they know, the club got rid of the stuff because they know we're going to be taking down we're going to be taking down the thing. So they let us set up shop inside this building. We had our tables. We had like two big old, those foldable white tables. We had two of those. We had a little like water jug thingy, like what's it called? Like the stuff you see at school in offices with the little paper cup and doctor's offices with the little paper cup and shit. For some reason, drinking water out of a paper cup actually tastes a lot better than a bottle. For some reason, it's just a thing. I don't know. So we were allowed to sit in there. We had we had two tables full of literally a bunch of stuff on it, like like big old papers full of plans, like big old poster sized papers. We had all their gear there, all the hard hats and stuff like that, right? So obviously anybody walking by would be able to tell that this is our little area. So this obviously wasn't the first day. We were working there for like 2 weeks. So the first problem that rose up was we were sitting there for our break, right? It's like our second break, like our lunchtime, the 30-minute lunch, whatever. So we were eating, and we're allowed to sit there obviously if we have all our stuff set up. Wow. So then this bald-headed manager comes up to us and he says, like, I'm super confused. I have my headphones on or something, looking at my phone. We were just chilling. We're tired as hell. We don't want to do anything. We're just sitting there for our break. We're gonna go back to work after, right? So he comes up to me and my coworker while we're sitting there, and he goes, all right, guys, you guys can't be sitting here in this place with wasting time and doing whatever you want when members are walking by, and you can't be interacting with them. You guys can't be sitting here. If you guys keep doing this, I'm gonna have to talk to your supervisor. I'm gonna talk to your manager. I'm gonna talk to you guys work for. No, you just can't be sitting here doing nothing all day. And see, I was super confused, and I did not know how to respond, but I was pissed off. I was mad at this dude. I honestly would have gone off. The thing was, I held back. I didn't say anything. I just said, okay. Because it kind of wasn't my place to say anything, because I'm like the bottom of the barrel. If I say anything, then it could get like, my supervisor or like the company like kind of in trouble. And like, my dad works there, so I can't really do anything. But I would have gone off on this dude. The thing is, we're allowed to sit there and we're not just doing nothing all day. The thing is, he probably saw us 2 or 3 times, because he come in occasionally when like just take like a 30-second breather, because it's hot as crap outside, bro. We got all this gear on. Like, if it's already 90 degrees, we're making it like 100 degrees just by wearing even more layers on top, because we're working. All right. Like, it's totally unfair. Like, I'm telling you, white people have a problem with every single thing. He really said that he just doesn't want us interacting with members. So the thing is, why would I, like, me personally, why would I go out of my way to talk to white people in the first place? All right. I don't care about any of you people. You guys are all shitty. Okay. Okay, obviously I'm messing around, but rich white people, rich white folk, rich white country club folk just don't deserve anything. I do not care. Like, I'm telling you, this dude, why would I go out of my way to talk to any country club members? You think I care enough to discuss anything with them? The thing is, what he was just talking about is, when we were sitting there, some members would walk by, because we were sitting right next to another bar and stuff, right? So some members would walk by or sit at the bar, but I'm not going to interact with them at all. I think at some point, some of them talked to us just because, see what we were doing. But like, other than that, I'm not going out of my way to interact with them. But I'm guessing he just didn't want his lovely members to see any blue collar workers, because it's just so beneath them. But this shitty ass dude. But I just tell my boss, I told my supervisor we went outside, but then he was just like, oh no. He literally, our supervisor went, no, that's our area. We can sit there if you want to. And he's like, all right, come inside. I'm going to sit with you guys. And we went in and he sat with us. Like, he didn't care. And he talked to another reason why he was also pissed off was that, so what my coworker, so right next to this bar, it's like, there was like these little like, containers. You ever seen those, candy containers at like any random store? You put the coin in and you turn the knob and it like gives you like a bunch of candy. So they had these things, except there was no coin in it. You just open it up and you can you can just get some, you know, candy, like nuts and stuff like that. So my coworker just not giving any shits at all. He decided he's going to take some, right? So he gets one of the cups from the thing. He fills it up with nuts and he's just eating it, right? So he's hiding it on the table and stuff like that. So he left it there and he forgot to throw it out. So the next day when we did get in trouble, the dude mentioned to the boss like, "Oh yeah, like the manager who like the supervisor told us that what the manager said was that, oh, like, including the stuff that he already told me, that we were also stealing from the machine, from the nuts from the machine." He's really pissed off about nuts. This is just glazed honey roasted nuts and some candy. Why are white people so mad about everything? It's literally like, you don't understand how pissed off I was. But like, he was going out of, like, he really wanted us to get in trouble for taking some roasted peanuts. Like, you work at a country club. Roasted peanuts are not expensive at all. More so that like you probably buy them in bulk. So he's already annoyed, but I got my boys back. You know, if you ever listen to this, you better remember that I was like, I literally said we never ate anything from the machines. And why does he think we ate anything from there? And like, he told us like, oh, there was a cup full of them on our table. And I'm like, no, we never ate anything. I mean, there's always members walking around, so they probably left one of their cups on our table. He doesn't have any proof that we ate anything in the first place. So I lied my ass off to him and told him we didn't do shit, and he believed me, obviously, because you know, I'm the son of one of his coworkers. He ain't gonna like say I did shit. So, boom, we got away with eating some peanuts, or he did at least. And I didn't get him in trouble. I didn't snitch. I said I lied for him. You know, I got my boys' backs. All right, I got all my homies' backs. You know, we in this together. All right, screw white people. We in this together against them. All right. So that was. I think that's the only story from that area, from that place. It's just that this dude was a pain in the ass, and he was just on our backs for taking breaks. He was on our backs for taking breaks. All right. Like, this is why I just can't take rich white people. I honestly can't. Like, how do you get annoyed at somebody for doing work and then taking their break? Like, oh my God, these people are so used to this. It's just integrated into their mindset that they're above everybody. These people. Okay, that was that. I'm trying to remember another country club I went to. This is actually a country club in like so like, you know, obviously you got the normal, like the New York City, so it's like above that. So like there's like the Tappan Zee Bridge, and it's like a little bit higher. If you go into if you're in New Jersey and you go to upstate New York, and it's over the river, but like it's just New York City except more north, right? So just more rich. It's just more rich. Upstate New York is all rich, right? So this is a huge country club. Like, I'm telling you, people live on this country club. Like, there's like huge apartment buildings on this country club. And I'm telling you, the difference in like the front side of the country club and then the back side where the workers go into is crazy. The front side looks so nice. The parking lot is just two long roads with parking on the side of it. Like, it's huge. This country club was insane. these buildings were like freaking gigantic, right? They had like, you see the golf carts everywhere. They had like, the trucks and the stuff like that. And you go to the backside, oh my God, this place smelled so bad. Like, all you have to do is walk around the corner, and then the must of just the dumpsters and the dirty food and the oil and grease was just all there, and you wanted to just die. Like, honestly, like, I'm telling you, it smelled so bad. So this place was 2 hours from my house. So if I wanted to get ready in the morning, I would have to wake up around 4 to 4:30. If I wanted to shower and get ready and dip out, right? And then I had to drive 2 hours from 5 to 7 o'clock. And then you have to take into like mind that like New York traffic is going to be crazy, but that's not only 2 hours to get there. It's also more than 2 hours to come back, because by the time you get out of work, you hit traffic right away. Once you're 3:30, you leave there, boom, you're going to be sitting on the road for 3 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours. Like, I'm telling you, I had to go there for like a week. I hated it so much. And it was so much better for the supervisor there, because he lived on an apartment he lived on the freaking country club. He lived on the golf course. He had his own room. I'm telling you, this guy was so goddamn annoying. I'll give him a pass because he had like some type of cancer, but like, I don't think that excuses him from being a shitty person. All right. I'm telling you, this dude, like, I hated him. I disliked him so much. One thing was, so most of the time, me and the dude we just had to clean, right? That was our main goal, was to mostly just clean stuff. So in this job, like other jobs we would do other things, like pick up bricks from the other country club. One time I was at a school and we had to actually put up a wall. Like there was one big room and we had to put a wall in the middle to make it into 2 rooms, like make it to 2 classrooms. But this place, all we did was clean, nothing else. We had to go around, like sweep up mostly sawdust, random piece of the wood, throw it out. And I'm telling you, this place was disgusting. Like, I don't know why they had no laborers there. They had one, but he did absolutely nothing. This place, nobody did anything here. Like, what mostly like I hated so much was that, like some of them would be eating, like, drinking, Dunkin' Donuts coffees, because that's just the thing. You get some random iced tea from Dunkin' Donuts, you get your hash browns or whatever, and instead of throwing it in the garbage can, where that's literally like outside the door if you're working in a room, or like there's like 3 garbage cans in this little apartment, because we're working in an apartment inside the country club apartment building, which is really weird. We were working on this. There's multiple areas, but regardless, there was one big apartment room that we're working on inside the building, and renovating. And I'm guessing it was for one of the higher ups, I guess, something. But none of the workers could like threw out any of their stuff. Like, I understand that it's obviously you need somebody to clean up, like, random stuff. Like, I understand cleaning up the sawdust and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna run around after you and pick up your freaking Dunkin' Donuts coffee cups and your little candy wrappers and like Dunkin' Donut tissues and stuff like that. Like, I'm not there to be your nanny. I'm there to make sure the rest of the area is clean. All right. Like, are you serious? I'm telling you, this place everything was dirty in this area. And the thing is, there's a lot of like random pieces of wood, or like boxes of nuts or bolts and stuff like that, or paint boxes, or like stuff like that. So the thing is that those things are like around everywhere. So obviously those things, we don't know if we should be moving them, or like we obviously can't organize everything. That's impossible. There's way too much stuff. So the thing is, when I say there's not much to do, the thing is, we could definitely clean up everything, but the thing is, we don't know what to clean, because some of the things, nobody's telling us if it's like garbage or dirty, because like what am I? Well, how do I know if you need this specific box or something? You know what I mean? Like I can't do anything about that, so I'm not gonna go around and ask ask the other workers like, oh, dude, is this garbage? Is this garbage? Is this garbage? That's the most annoying thing you could possibly do. So. And these workers are we're complaining that we're not doing anything. I'm like, oh, and I literally said to this guy's face, like, he's like, oh, why aren't you guys doing anything? There's so much here to do. And I'm like, oh, then tell us what to clean. Then I'm not here. Like, you're telling me as if I know what needs to be thrown out or anything. How would I know if this is garbage or if that's garbage? You need to, like, it's just a random piece of wood. But then some of you guys are like, oh no, we need that. Like, what do you want me to do? I can't do anything. And other times he's like, and then I complain to the boss. I'm like, I'm here to clean up, like, the actual, like, I'm here to act properly. I'm here to clean up, but I'm not here to pick up I'm not here to pick up, like, after you guys. I'm not your mom. I don't have to pick up your plastic cups or your garbage wrappers. Like, throw it out and if you drink your coffee and then throw it out. Okay. And then water bottles, absolutely everywhere. Nobody knew how to throw out their water bottle. They would take a sip out of it and then leave it there, and nobody would ever drink out of it for the entire day. Like, just drink your water and then throw it out. I'm telling you, there was grown men are literally babies. They're literally children. And there was another thing. So we own the dumpsters, right? We rent them, but when it gets full, we just call somebody, or we tell my dad, and somebody comes, takes the dumpster, and then puts a new one, right? So we got a new dumpster, right? So what's it called? You can kind of think as the thing is that the dumpster doesn't technically have a front or a back side to it, right? But the thing is, these dumpsters are huge, so you can kind of open them. There's a huge door on one side, so you can open it, right? So you kind of guess that the back side would be all the way at the back of the what's it called, dumpster, and the door side would be the front, right? But we got a new dumpster at some point, and we had to go throw in trash. So the dude called us on the phone, and because he was watching us from, like, the building, right? Like, it was like he could see us from the window throwing stuff out into the trash, into the dumpster, throwing the trash onto the dumpster. So he called us and was like, oh, make sure you guys throw it in the front. So we were, like, confused, like, wait, what? You want us to throw it in the front, as in, like, the door side? And he was like, I don't know why this grown ass old white dude did not know how to, like, he didn't know how to explain to us to just not to throw it in the back. But the thing is, we were going to do that anyway. We were going to throw it at the back of the dumpster in the first place. So why did he call? But he called us and started getting us super confused. So we thought he wanted us to throw it on the front where the door was. For some reason, we had the door is closed. The thing is, you want to throw it in the back because then you can open the door, walk all the way to the back, and just dump it there instead of just throwing stuff over the side, just so you can get most of the dumpster filled up, and it becomes easier. Because if you have something heavy, you can't really throw it over the side, and it'll be easier to walk it into the dumpster. But this dude is dumb. I'm telling you, like, straight up, like, he's not a smart dude. So he tells us, what's it called? Throw it into the front. So we throw the stuff into the front, and he's still on the phone with us, and he just starts yelling. He's like, "What the hell? Why'd you do that? What the fuck's wrong with you? I'm gonna fucking kick your ass. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you." Like, he started telling us he's gonna kick our ass, and then, like, our coworker just ended the call. He's like, "Nope, not dealing with that." And we're like, "Wait, you told us to do that." So then the next day, then we were like, the manager, the one that was first talking shit about me, now all of a sudden he wants to be nice to me because all the other supervisors on all the sites, they're telling him that they want me to come work for them because I actually do my job, but this now he has to rely on me. But this stupid ass talking shit. So he called us because he's the one that tells us where to go every single day. So he told me that I don't have to go back there. But then for my the thing is he told her he was since he was talking to my coworker on the phone while we were throwing the trash out, he, you know, obviously he said, I'm gonna kick your ass. So he didn't mean it to me, I guess, but like, so then he was like, I'm not trying to come back. So my coworker got on the phone with him and was like, I'm not trying to come back here. You know, he said he's gonna kick my ass. Like, what is this? I don't like obviously he's not afraid of like getting like working with him, because he could probably beat him up, but like my coworker could probably beat up our supervisor, but like, because he's an old white dude, what is he gonna do? But it's like just low-key disrespectful to be like, I'm gonna freaking kick your ass to your coworker. Like, so he was like, I'm not trying to come back here. Like, what is this disrespect? So then he was just like, oh, it's just what you have to deal with. Like, no, I don't. Why? It's just a thing for white people just to disrespect other work, to disrespect their workers. I'm telling you, this is all just white people. All I work with is just white people in this job, and this only thing they like to do is just be shitty people. So we didn't have to come back there, I think, but thank God, because a 3-hour drive there and back was just not right. But before I continue to this, there's a few more stories about shitty white people before I continue talking about. I'm gonna there's nothing else for this any more stories for this construction job, but I guess after the break we'll come back and we'll talk about shitty white people then. All right, we're back. I guess I said now we can talk about other shitty white people. This time this is gonna be about my second job. Right, or my second and current job, if I still technically have it. I work at a Stop and Shop right down the street from, like, not down the street. It's like, takes me less than 10 minutes. Most of the time it takes me 8 minutes exact, because obviously I come exactly on the time I'm needed. But I work in a Stop and Shop. There's no point in going into details, but I work in the section where there's all the produce, right? So all the fruits and vegetables and just, stuff like that, fruits and vegetables. That's all that really matters. In our organic crap. So not only are white people just shitty in the first place, they're also really dumb. Like, I know it's kind of surprising, like thinking that the almighty race, white people, would be actually smart. No, they're actually they are the dumbest race on the planet. This is just going to be the shitting on white people episode. There have been so well, I guess one of the things that I restock the shelves, right? That's the main thing that we do. So we have this huge cart, right? So imagine a huge kind of like a skateboard, right? It has wheels and stuff, right? Okay. So it's a huge tray, it's a huge little platform, kind of like a skateboard. It has like 6 wheels on it and two main ones in the middle. And then on each side of it, it has huge handlebars, right? So it looks like a huge U, right? That's what it is, right? So what we do is we stack boxes of fruits and vegetables on it. We bring it out from the back, from the cooler, and then we restock the shelves, right? But this thing is huge and it's not very maneuverable, okay? It's a huge metal piece of junk on like 2 huge wheels, all right? It's wobbly. Most of them are broken, and I can't. What do you want me to do? I'm not an expert. It's not like a bike. I can't freaking pick it. I can't move it very well. Okay, there's nothing I can do about it. So one time I had to go from the cooler all the way down. Right, I had to go all the way down like the aisle. So I'm moving straight ahead. So it's not like these things don't have brakes, right? If I'm moving and I already caught some speed, it's gonna take a while to slow down, right? So you don't drive too close to trucks. They can't move very well. Compared to a person and compared to a cart, this thing can't move very well. So, and these things are huge. These things are huge too, and they're super heavy when it has a bunch of stuff on it. So I'm moving straight down, and this one lady, right? So I'm already moving. Okay, I'm already moving past her, and then I'm already moving forward, and she was going to cut in front of me. She was going to go diagonal from me, right? She was going to go perpendicular from me. but I'm already moving forward, so I can't really stop the cart anymore. And then she immediately tried to go in front, but then she realized I'm still moving, and then because she's this white lady is already pissed off. This Karen is already pissed off at her child for some specific reason, and then I keep moving, and right as soon as I get past, she goes, usually the customer has the right of way. That's the most Karen voice I can play. Usually the customer has the right of way. And I just don't say anything. I think I'm pretty sure I just laugh and I keep moving forward. I just want I keep going, right? Give that little the Instagram meme huff through the blow through your nose. Yeah, no, like I'm telling you, white people just irritate me. This was one instance where, like, the thing was, I couldn't do anything. I could only move forward. There's literally nothing else I could possibly do in that situation. I can't do anything. I'm sorry, ma'am. Apparently you think that you're so above me because customers have the right of way. That's the biggest load of bullshit I've ever heard on the entirety of the planet. What makes it even more bullshit is that it's coming out of a white person's mouth. Okay, I can't do anything about it. If I'm already moving a huge, heavy, freaking cart, what do you want me to do? It's absolutely nothing I can do. So and then she waits for me. It's just patience. Patience is something that white people just don't have. Like, I've noticed after a while, they can't wait 30 seconds for me to just move along and then they can go around me. No, they like to just cut in front of me. Like, it's just, it's so annoying. So, and then she just walks past and she like gets pissed off and keeps walking, right? That was all this. That's one story. Another thing that happened was, so I only work on one section of the entire store. So as you think I'd care enough to know where anything else in the store is. The thing is, it's not even part of my job description to know what any other items in the store would be. But obviously I know like the obvious ones, like the bakery is on the direct opposite side. This is next, the pharmacy on the same thing. We're the first aisle. So if they want milk, eggs, cheese, or like anything dairy or bread, it's like the last aisle. The bathroom's on the last aisle. The meat is like right behind us, like it's like stuff like that. I don't know anything in between the aisles, right? So but the thing is, if they want anything specific, I can't tell them anything, right? So I come out of the cooler, right? I open the doors and I come out. So this lady, she looks at me and asks me if she wanted some type of bacon, right? Okay. She looks at me and asks me if I know where the bacon would be, right? And I said, and my boss told me to say this too. If you don't know where something is, and you don't have to even tell them, like, you don't have to go look for them, look for what they want. Like, just tell them to go ask somebody else. Like, you could just be like, oh, I just went, oh, I'm sorry, I only work in the produce, so I don't know where any of the other store items would be. So then she kind of like, she doesn't say like, oh, it's okay or anything like that. She went, oh, so do you know who I can ask to find it? So I said, you can probably ask the guys in the deli, right? The deli is right next to like the doors to our cooler. So this is right there, right? So I just go, oh yeah, those guys over there, you can ask one of them, they probably know, right? So I'm moving, and she asked, as soon as she asked one of the deli dudes, one of the deli dudes like, oh, I don't work here either. I work for like Boarhead. The Boarhead's that one like meat company. They have a little small tiny section in the meat department, but he doesn't work in the deli. He's just, that's it. The deli kind of leads to the back. So he's just walking around there, but obviously he's the only one there. So she goes and asks him. And then what's it called? She gets like immediately pissed off. And then, so the dude asks one of the deli manager was actually right there. So then he asked her, it was like, oh, okay, this customer needs help, right? And the customer finally gets the freaking bacon that she needs, right? All right. So then I've moved along already. Like, I stopped caring after I told her who to ask. I left. I went to my little spot to start restocking the shelves. And walking by, she She looked at me and she said, I guess the third time's the charm or some bullshit like that, right? So then I didn't know how to respond, so I kind of just smiled and kind of did a small chuckle or laugh or something, because there was nothing. So I didn't know what else to say, and I don't care enough to think of a deeper sentence to tell a white person looking for bacon. All right, so she immediately gets pissed off and then just goes, "Oh, you think that's funny, huh?" And I'm like, and the thing is, she stopped. She like stopped and started looking at me it was like she was about to like actually like get into an argument. So I literally just I kind of like got shocked a little bit, because I'm like, wait, I thought you were trying to make a funny like remark, because she said, "Oh, third time's the charm. Somebody finally helped me out." So I was like, I thought she was trying to be like funny. So that's why I laughed. So then when she said, "Oh, you think that's funny, huh?" I literally just went like, I just shrugged. I shrugged my shoulders and was like, "Oh, I don't know what to tell you." And then she just walked away, and I was like, why'd she get mad at me for for laughing? Like, I'm telling you, I'd like to say I'm a decently smart person, right? I think I can understand. I think I can read people somewhat, like face value. I think I can read them, right? You know, I think I can kind of tell if they're trying to make a funny remark or if they're actually pissed off. But this telling you, white people, why is it just so difficult? They say something, but it's not what they mean. Like, she made like a kind of like a jokey remark, but she didn't actually mean it as a joke. She was pissed off. So I didn't understand what to do. So I just shrugged and she walked away. And then I started talking shit with my coworker that was right there, because he was standing there the entire time because I was talking to him. And then like he was like, "What the hell is that?" And I was like, "I have no idea." I just said, "White people, bro. There's nothing I can tell you." But no, that's everything that I can remember off the top of my head of my work stories and shitty white people. Yeah, no, I guess that's the damn. I've been here for how long? I didn't expect this to be that long. I guess I made it out 45. Oh, this is 40. Oh, I have 2 audio clips, like 55 minutes. Okay, yeah, no, it's basically almost an hour long. I guess I could do some house cleaning. First thing first, freaking follow me, follow the podcast on whatever app you use. You can follow it on anchor.com or anchor.fm. You can follow me on there. Follow me on Spotify. Follow me on the Apple Podcast. Turn on notifications so you know whenever I release an episode. It's usually every Saturday, and then not every Wednesday, but for the next few Wednesdays, probably the next three or 4. I'm guessing 3. I should have some mini episodes out. Follow me on all that, at Bad Vibes Only. Follow me all on that. Follow me on Instagram. I don't really use anything else. I have Snapchat, but I don't use it. Follow me on Instagram. It's all hail Sohail with the underscore. So ALLHAILSUHAIL, and then like the underscore, and you should find me. You should find me. My account's on public. You follow me on that. Also, I've forgotten to shout this dude out, but I've been using intro music on like every single one of my most of my recent podcasts, because I realized that putting music in the entire thing is gonna be way too annoying. So I've been using this one dude's music on SoundCloud. It's Das Bomb is DOSBOMB and then like a little period. It says his name is Blake from Dallas, Texas. He got some pretty nice tracks. He got 29 tracks. He's pretty good. I think the ones I've used are let's see, Home Again. Oh, that one looks actually pretty good. Snowed In, Razzle Dazzle, Sundown. That's some of the ones that I've used already. I'm probably gonna run out of music to use from this guy eventually, but I'm gonna use most of it. It's a shout out to this dude for letting me use his stuff. Make sure you go check him out. Follow him on SoundCloud. I think that's basically it. Was I gonna say anything else? I guess my last closing remark is in the spirit of bad vibes and negativity, screw white people. Screw rich white folk. Country club folk. They can just like die off. All the white ones don't care. They don't deserve anything. Yeah, no. Screw white people. That's it. I'll see y'all next week.